Drop is directed by Christopher Landon, who previously brought you films like Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, Happy Death Day 1 and 2, and Freaky, and We Have a Ghost. And this film stars Meghann Fahy and Brandon Sklenar. This movie follows Violet, played by Meghann Fahy, a widowed mother on her first date in years, arrives at an upscale restaurant where she is relieved that her date, Henry, played by Brandon Sklenar, is more charming and handsome than she expected. But their chemistry begins to curdle as Violet begins being irritated and then terrorized by a series of anonymous drops to her phone. So because this was Christopher Landon, I actually was pretty much looking forward to this film. I wasn't like super over the moon about it, but I was excited about it because it seemed like an interesting premise. And of course, you know, Christopher Landon behind the camera. I love the Happy Death Day films. I love Freaky. Really enjoy Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. I even like Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, as a guilty pleasure. But We Have a Ghost was a severe letdown. So, but with this one, I was excited because of the premise and, of course, the fact that Landon was directing it. And I gotta say, I walked out of this one having a really fun time. Is this film without its problems? No. I'll get to that here in a little bit. But first, let's begin with the positives. The style of Christopher Landon's direction. The style of this film is so good. Like, you can definitely tell he's really stepping up the game as a director, especially like when it comes to the unique style that he builds. It's really, really cool with what Christopher Landon is able to pull off with these, with the tricks that he's able to do. It's really, really solid stuff. Meghann Fahy is fantastic in this film. I haven't really seen her in much. I know she was recently in The Unbreakable Boy, which I have not watched, but I do plan to watch that here very soon. But I know that she's mainly known from The White Lotus, which, again, I have not started, but I'll get around to it at some point. But she is really good here. You definitely want her to get out of this situation alive. I mean, there's definitely times where it's like her character is a bit more, like, tries to go a little bit manic at certain times, where it's like, you see why, but dang is she good at it. She really pulled off a good performance. Brandon Sklenar, who you may remember from It Ends With Us, pulls off a really good performance. He was actually one of the brighter spots of that film, of It Ends With Us, in my opinion. As forgettable as that movie is, I think he's actually one of the best parts of it, as well as Blake Lively. But he was really good in that. He's really good in here too. Really charming performance from him. And like I said, him and Meghann Fahy, I think, do really solid with their chemistry. It is a pretty funny movie at times. Like, there are times where the comedy hits, and I thought that was pretty funny. There's a lot I could really praise about this film. The script as well is actually pretty solid. It's from a couple different writers, but oh wait, that's right. From a couple of the guys that wrote Fantasy Island and Truth or Dare, which had me really worried going in. But you know what? The script, for the most part, not bad at all. Actually, some really, really solid writing here. And I think the third act, like the climax of the film, pretty intense ride. I mean, like, once you actually like get back, like once they like leave the restaurant. I mean, I'm not technically spoiling anything because there's like glimpses of that shown in the trailer. But once they leave the restaurant, it's pretty intense. Honestly, it's a pretty intense thriller. Now, is that to say that this is perfect? No. I'll get to my issues here. First off, I think there are some moments of logic where it's like, no, that does not seem very realistic. That is honestly one of the same problems that I had with last year's film Trap, starring Josh Hartnett from M. Night Shyamalan. There is definitely logic problems where it's like, I don't know. Like, that is really off. But, like, there are times where it's like, I really can suspend my disbelief if I'm, like, really into it. There were times during this film where I was like, I don't know about that. It was the same thing with Trap. Like, I was just like, don't know. Like, with some of its logic, it just felt off. There were some really bad, like, some of, like, the editing choices, like, during, a couple of like conversational pieces where it's like cut. And it's like, that's really iffy. A little bit of editing problems. And also, I flat out called who the person was behind I literally called it within like the first 15 minutes who the person was that was sending the drops to Meghann Fahy's phone. I literally called it within like the first 15 minutes. So unfortunately, that is a little knock against the film, that it is pretty predictable, like with who's behind the drops, like who's the person sending them. It's predictable. But I still had a really good time with this film overall. This is honestly one of the more fun theater going experiences I've had this year. So, and Blumhouse is on a good track record this year, actually, so far. I still have not seen The Woman in the Yard. I've heard very polarizing things about it, but I loved Wolfman. I really enjoyed this. So I think Blumhouse is going to have a year of wins, because they had a bad year last year with stuff like Night Swim, Imaginary, and Afraid, but they redeemed themselves with Speak No Evil. With this one, this year particularly, I think they got a year full of wins, so fingers crossed on that. But if you guys are looking for a little thriller to kill some time with and go spend some time at the movies with, go check this one out, guys. I really think you're gonna have a good time. So with that said, I'm gonna give Drop a B+. Yeah, I had a really good time with this movie, guys, so go give this one a try. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of Drop. Were you guys looking forward to this one? Did you guys check it out? Do you guys agree with me? Let me know all of that and then some down in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell right next to it so you never miss a post. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.